Good evening, everyone. Since it's Friday, I'm going to continue my reading of Only 16, just a piece of it. So, this piece of the story, we're continuing talking about Manny. And Manny is one of the 16-year-old young girls whose identity has been stripped from her because her father passed away and her mom remarried, and her stepfather doesn't get along. Now, in this story, though, the stepfather is not at fault. It's a little deeper than that. So Manny is engaged with this young man that don't care for her, but he cares for getting on her. So that's what's going on in this piece of the story. So let's read it. It says, Manny let herself in. As usual, her parents weren't home. She ran to her bathroom and freshened up. She looked at her face in the mirror and shuddered. Rushing, she ran to get dressed. Tommy was already at her bedroom window. Manny unlocked it and then locked her bedroom door. They didn't waste any time because her parents would be home in an hour or so. After they finished having sex, Manny began to long for the commitment that Tommy wouldn't give her. The real commitment of just them two without outsiders. Why do we do this, Tommy? One minute we are together and then the next you don't want me. Why? Tommy sat up and kissed Manny's shoulder. You already know why. Look, Manny, I like you a lot. I think I may even love you. But I have a standard. I mean, we rock well together, but there was a certain type of woman that has to be on my team. You're fine, Manny. No doubt about that. And the best sex I've ever had. But you know my rep, man. Only bad chicks on my team. And Manny, to be honest, you just ain't pretty enough. Tommy told her. He got up and began to get dressed. Manny didn't say anything. She already knew what was going to be his reply and his answer. And it didn't hurt any less than the first boy that told her that 2 years later. After he left, Manny went through her nightly routine. She scrubbed her face even though there were not any blemishes or pimples on her skin. Her complexion was flawless. So this young lady is in this situation with this young man where he is being allowed by her to take advantage of her body and take advantage of her womanness just so that she can be a part of his life. And women and young women do this all the time. Settle for quote unquote a piece of a young man, even though the young man do not respect them at all. And this happens when we don't have self-esteem. That's when our self-esteem is low, when we don't know our value, when we don't know that we are the prize. And I know in this generation it's said that men are the prize. They are not. They are not. Now, I'm not discrediting a man. A man is a wonderful thing when he's a good one, just like a woman is a wonderful thing when she's a good one. However, the Bible never speculated that the man was the prize. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and finds favor from God and man, not she who finds a boyfriend or she who finds a fiance or she who finds a husband. The woman has always been the prize. The Bible also says that a Proverbs 31 woman is worth more than rubies. Rubies is precious. Rubies are jewels. Rubies are worth something. So women have to see, especially our young women, have to see that our value is priceless. And so when we diminish ourselves and give ourselves to people that do not appreciate us, it lowers our value. It don't lower ourselves, it lowers our value because we're allowing ourselves to be treated as if we're less than what we are. And so young women have to know that they are so much valuable. They are valuable than what society deems us. And especially little black girls. Black women are diminished and like, oh my God, we're overly sexualized and we demonize. It's bad the way that people see and view black women as sex objects. And it's been that way for a long time. Even with slavery, we were treated that way. But there comes a time when we have to see our own self-worth. We have to know the value that we carry. And then we have to teach the teenagers and the young women after us the value that they carry also. Because if we keep the mindset that we're not worth anything, that people have permission from us to treat us that way. And that's the goal, is to shake that mindset so that we are not treated that way. Because we deserve to be treated as God says we are, as jewels, precious. And it doesn't matter if you have made mistakes in the past. Just change your behavior and your worth goes right back up. Because God is a forgiver of mistakes and sins. But The goal is to teach teenagers in advance that your worth is not in your body. Your worth is not in this boy. Your worth is not in a relationship. Your worth is in who you are. Because if Manny understood her worth, she wouldn't settle for what Tommy was giving her. And Tommy was giving her not even the bare minimum. Not even the bare minimum. They were secrets. They were hidden. They were flings. They were side pieces while he's walking around with other women that he feels is on his level. And she settled for that. And the only reason she settled for it was because she didn't know her value and she didn't know her worth. So it is our assignment to make sure that young women know their value and also teach young men to value women, because it's not a boy get to do whatever they want to do and be disrespectful to a woman and a girl just have to take it. Absolutely not. That is foolishness. Young men have to value themselves also, where they don't settle for no anything when they're acting in intercourse, right? That is supposed to be an act between someone that you love, someone that you're married to, someone that you're building a family with, not just know anybody either. So the pressure is not just on women to see their worth, it's on young men to also see the worth of themselves too. And I know in society and culture, the hookup culture is normal, but that don't make it right. It still ain't right. So again, I could talk about this all day long. The biggest part is the self-esteem of a young girl, the self-esteem, the self-worth that she has towards about herself. If she does not have it, she will allow someone who is not worth her. Did you hear what I said? Who is not worth her to have her. So Only 16 is coming after that mindset where young women value who they are, but also understand that the pain that a woman feels can cause her to act out also, right? Is even deeper. So get your copy today. I'll be back on here next Friday to discuss another snippet of my book. Get your copy. It's available on Amazon. Be blessed.